the channel. Hello, my name is Sahil. I'm a death metal musician and I have been one for 26 or 27 years. I started this channel in 2012 because I loved cooking and I decided to start a heavy metal show. And then it evolved into the channel you see today. So if you're new here, don't hit the subscribe button, but go check out some of the recent videos on the channel. And if you like what you see and you'd like to get notified about those videos, then hit the subscribe button, I guess. Otherwise, all good. So I do a lot of cooking on this channel. This is Headbanger's Kitchen. Should kind of explain itself. But yes, definitely check out all the videos on the channel whenever you have time. Today I am using up leftovers in my fridge and I am making some butter chicken fried rice. Now I'm sure you've eaten fried rice and I'm sure some of you have eaten butter chicken. And there are people in India who actually eat butter chicken with fried rice. But today I'm making a butter chicken fried rice. So I had some leftover rice in the fridge. This is just long grain basmati rice. It's not much, it's about like one portion. And I had some butter chicken gravy left over. Again, a very small amount. And I wanted some vegetables for lunch as well, so I got some spinach which I have washed and chopped up. Got 2 spring onions that were lying in my fridge, separated into the white and the green. And I ordered some chicken. Now this chicken has been marinated in the sound of running water. That's my wife Dipti, by the way. The chicken has been marinated simply in salt, tandoori masala and yogurt. And that's it. And I'm not using all the chicken because this is too much. So I'm also killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Part of it has been chopped up for the fried rice and marinated, and 3 of the thighs have been left whole as they are. So I'm going to cook this up in batches, and I'm also going to use it for my meal throughout the week. So I don't know, let's just get started. Good morning, Roshan. Good morning, Roshan. How are you doing? 3:42 a.m. Yes, unfortunately, lunchtime in India is sleepy time in America. But let's get cracking. I've got my portable stove here, as you can see. Actually, let me see if we can give you this view instead. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay. I can bring you guys down a little bit. There we go. You can see everything. You can see the stove. You can see me. Perfect. This is a great shot. All right. Let's turn the stove on. All right. We're heating up the pan now. I'm going to need to get some kitchen tools.
You're not getting any more.
Sorry? There we go. Got the tongs. And let's get the spatula and the spoon. Anyway, the pan is heating up and I will need to turn. Dipti is having a afternoon drink. It's Saturday after all. How do I turn the fan up?
Go on.
Perfect. Alright, back to cooking. Alright, so this is getting warm now, the pan.
Don't beat me, Sahil.
Please don't say things like that on the live stream. This actually people can take it out of context. Okay. Hello, Buzz of Droning. Good morning. Yes, that is No, she's drinking. What is it?
Killer Ale.
Killer Ale. This is not Dr. Pepper.
From Bombay.
From a place called Brew Ale. Good morning, middle class call from Scotland. I love me some haggis, and I really wish I had some haggis right now. And some shortbread, says Dipti. Alright. Alright, let's turn the heat down a little. Alright, let's cook the chicken. I need some oil first. Just a little bit of oil. There we go. The pan is nice and hot. So we get the oil nice and hot as well. Ooh, it is hot indeed. And now I'm going to first fry the full chicken thighs. Check it out. And like I said, this is marinated in salt, tandoori masala and yogurt. One more. One more. And one more. And this chicken is for our fried rice. But first, we're going to cook this up. Morning, good morning, hello. So I hope you can see clearly what I'm doing. Let me know if you want me to give you a closer view of this. And there's enough oil in that pan. Get a nice sear. I'm going to turn the heat down though. Yeah, because I don't want it to burn. I'm also going to need a box to put this in. So get that out. There we go. And here, let's cook that chicken. Okay. So these are chicken thighs, and they don't take too much time to cook, but they have stuck to the bottom of the pan a little bit, so slowly let them release their juices, the chicken juices. Hey, good morning. Hey, Kenneth Jones. Hello, TT. Good to see you all here as always. Make sure you smash that like button if you can find it. Hopefully you guys are getting a good view of the pan. In case you're not, let me know. I'll change the angle of the camera. Hopefully you can see the chicken cooking. I haven't used this pan in a while, but I'm using the new portable stove that I got for the recipes, and it's quite an interesting way for me to cook. On one hand, I'm learning how to use that induction stove behind me, and here I'm using what is essentially a cooking stove for camping. A camping stove, yes, which runs on a butane canister, which has lasted a few days now, so it's also good to know how long these things are going to last when I'm doing my actual shoots. This is, I think, a stainless steel pan, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it aluminium? Stainless steel.
It might be IKEA.
This might be the IKEA one. There we go. And like I said, the chicken has released, and you can see it's got nice color. Look at that. Check it out. Beautiful color. And I think I put enough oil, so we should be fine. There we go. Color. And what's also happening is the bottom of the pan is getting these nice caramelized brown bits of the yogurt, the tandoori masala and the salt. And what I will do is, I will then use the spinach in that, cook it out and remove it. Because I do want some vegetables in my, fried rice. And check it out. Look at the color on this beautiful piece of chicken thigh. And basically these chicken thighs are now like my meal prep. Hi Chris, good to see you. Yes, no worries. Thank you for watching the replays of these live streams. I do appreciate it. And look, now there's a lot of liquid suddenly in the pan. All the chicken juices. So you can see the chicken is going around easily. I've turned the heat up a little bit so that it dries out the juices as well. And the thing is, I don't necessarily need to cook this chicken all the way, because anyway I'm going to microwave it before eating, and if I cut it into pieces and microwave it and it is still a little like pink inside, it'll cook perfectly and still be juicy. And these are chicken thighs without skin. They're boneless, so they don't take as long to cook, but they take a little more time than chicken breast does, of course. And because they have like fat and are a little fattier, you can cook them a little longer as well. Alright, let's see the heat. So the thing is, this stove has not got like a great variety in the intensity of the heat, so I have to learn a little bit about it. Yes, I have 5 or 6 recipes for butter chicken on the channel. So there is a keto butter chicken, there is a authentic butter chicken from 2014, an authentic butter chicken from last year, 5 ingredient butter chicken, white butter chicken, and one more, I think, butter chicken wings. So about 6 butter chicken recipes on the channel. You can see now the liquid is dried up. We're getting a lot of those brown bits in the pan. And you also turn the pan a little bit so that the heat is evenly distributed. You can see here, look at those crusty bits. Look at that. And I'm going to use the spinach to sort of deglaze the pan, because spinach releases a lot of water. And just let that cook. Hello, thank you all for being here. If you can find the like button, smash the like button. And if you're wondering what's the band on my t-shirt, it's a band from the UK called De Profundis. Check them out. I've got these little tiny bits here of chicken that fell off. Your wife must be happy with all. I hope so. Let's taste the chicken. I'll at least know if it has enough salt. Gross. What is gross? Yum. Alright. I'm going to get the chicken off now. I think it's sufficiently cooked. And it goes into my meal prep. So I can eat these tomorrow for breakfast, lunch, dinner. There we go. Get it out of the pan. And now, in goes the spinach. And the spinach is going to get all those flavors out of the pan, because it's going to wilt now, release water, and just latch on to all those flavors. It's perfect. I'm going to season it with a pinch of salt. Not too much, just a little bit. So I've cooked enough chicken in my life that I don't require the meat thermometer for it. But it's absolutely fine. Use the thermometer. It's more accurate. It'll help you learn and grow. You know, like I would say first you try and guess, okay, the chicken is done now, and then you use the thermometer to give you clarity on whether it's actually worked or not. Can you tell my wife to start cooking for me? Nope. I would suggest you start cooking for your wife.
Or for yourself, yeah.
Yeah, or for yourself. Alright, now there's spinach is really picking up the flavors. Look, like I'm literally wiping the pan with the spinach. Let's take it and see the spinach liquid is getting flavored now with all those chicken bits. Yum. I know it may not sound very appetizing. The spinach is being flavored by chicken bits. But the fond, we call it the fond at the bottom of the pan. And I'm actually scraping down the sides of the pan as well, as you can see. We don't want any of that flavor to go to waste. And we also don't want it to be in the pan when we make the fried rice, because it will then probably burn and add a bitterness to the fried rice, because I'm using the same pan. I don't want to wash this pan and then get another pan on and stuff. So just stick to one pan, makes life easier. And this is not the most efficient tool for the job, so I'm going to switch over to, let's use the spoon and just scrape the pan, the bottom of the pan, yeah, and get all the good brown bits out. You can see the spinach is wilted down to hardly anything. Like from so much spinach, it's just become like this much. We've managed to scrape off most of the good flavoring bits from across the pan. That's great. This will go in my fried rice as well. So I got most of it out. That should be sufficient. Thank you. I have listened to Gatekeeper. I can't remember much of it, but I do know I've heard the band because that name is familiar. Awesome. Thank you, the blob. Oh, is my canister running out?
I think it's run out.
Oh. Alright guys, excellent. We're going to learn something new today. So the canister has run out, but my spinach has wilted sufficiently. So I'm going to take my spinach out in a bowl. There we go. Alright. Now we are going to change the gas cylinder, or rather the canister. So I'll get you guys in frame. You can have a look at what I'm doing. Also, let me first get the canisters. Alright, so here I've got a canister. It's a standard butane canister. Now, this is not very hot. This doesn't get hot. So open this up. Simple. The canister itself is not hot. Everything is okay. So flip this switch. I think I'd actually first unlock the canister with this switch. There we go. And now I can, okay. There we go, canister unlocked. It's empty. Cool, so that lasted a decent amount of time. Now I just got to remove this and put this in here. Lock it. So it's now locked in place, showing me there's a direction on the canister as well. And now we click the lock button. There we go. It's not the best built stove, but there we go. We have fire once again. Alright, so we get the pan on the stove, turn the heat down a little bit. Alright, then in goes some oil. And now I'm going to fry the white part of the spring onion. Like I told you, I had 2 spring onion in my fridge. The green parts are here chopped separately, and the white part is here chopped separately. And this goes into the pan. You can already hear the sizzle, so the pan is hot. Alright, and now we're going to add in the chicken. And I'm probably going to need a little more oil because remember, it's fried rice. Don't be stingy. You need oil to fry the rice. Alright, there we go. In goes the chicken. Alright. So now we can give that a saute. Alright. Saute the chicken and the white part of the spring onion. So obviously this is a little bit of fusion food because it's butter chicken fried rice. So, alright, let's go. Rock and roll. Alright. You know what? I wasn't planning on doing this, but let's do it. Peeps, could you possibly give me an egg very quick? Oh, I'll get it. Alright, I wasn't going to do this, but let's do it. So a little bit more oil. Okay. Crack an egg. Alright, there we go. Now we scramble the egg. So we're making like a little egg in the rice as well. There we go. Perfect. Give that all a good mix now. Now let's get the rice in. chicken, egg, rice. And if you need a little oil, don't be afraid because it is fried rice, remember. Alright, let's go. Fried rice. Beautiful. And now, time for the important bit, which is the butter chicken sauce which I have left over from yesterday. So in that goes a whole bunch. And I will also rinse this out. So a little water and rinse out the thing. There, you give it a good mix. Beautiful. There we go. Butter chicken, fried rice. Obviously this is the wrong pan for the job, but looks yum. Turn the heat up a little bit. Let's add the spinach in as well. There goes the spinach. Give that a good mix. Lovely. So obviously this is the wrong pan for the job, but nonetheless, that's done almost. Woohoo. Perfect. And now we're going to finish it with the spring onion greens. Perfect. There we go. Butter chicken, fried rice with spinach. Alright, there we go. All the liquid is gone. Butter chicken, fried rice. Again, this is like a healthy version. Yeah, I need a wok and I need a different burner, but yeah, this is not too bad. Alright, it's dried out enough. There we go. We'll turn the heat off. Off the heat goes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the makeshift butter chicken fried rice. Obviously, I'd love to have a proper wok and a nice burner that's like really high heat. But for now, this will have to do. And also, fun fact, I just taught you how to change the canister in a camping stove in case you ever have one. I will put this away. Oh, you put your plate away, no, Deeps? Alright, I guess there's nothing to do except eat, and I hope you guys are ready to eat and chat with me. This whole recipe was done in 24 minutes, which is fabulous. Hey Gina, it's going well. How are you doing? Let me get a chair. Alright. Let's get, you know what, I'll do the fancy plating. Let's do the fancy plating, guys. So just take a ramekin, get your fried rice. I think this has turned out to be, that was not smart. I think this has turned out to be more like butter chicken pulao. It's not quite hit the fried rice mark. I'd say it's a butter chicken pulao. So
Call it a butter chicken biryani, that's legit.
yes, butter chicken biryani pulao. Biryani also someone will complain that it's not been cooked on the dum. So anyway,
All biryanis are done.
true, but people are dumb. Alright, we'll get a plate. Pop that over. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, lunch is served. Alright. There's nothing much to do other than to get a spoon. Fork is better. Can you make curry in an instant pot? I see you have one. Yes, you can, but I mean, so the instant pot is more useful for slow cooking. Now, if you're making a chicken curry, you don't really require the pressure cooking ability of the instant pot. So what will happen is you will largely be using the saute function, because for most curries the saute function is ideal. So if you're grinding your own spices, first you can saute and toast them, then grind them, then you will need to fry your ginger, garlic, onions, tomato, spices in oil in the saute mode, then add something like chicken or mutton or beef or whatever, and then cook it till it's done. Now, when we do chicken curry, chicken cooks in less than 20 minutes. Mutton takes a long time to cook, so mutton is always cooked in a pressure cooker. The equivalent of mutton for my foreign friends would be lamb, maybe. Similarly, beef, if you're getting chuck, brisket, short rib, those things again slow cooked, so the pressure cooker works. Seafood is mostly you make the curry and then you put the seafood and you let it poach in that for ideal this thing. Where's your mirchi? I don't eat mirchi, I'm a spice wuss. Yes, butter chicken fried rice. Though, to be very honest, it's butter chicken pulao at this point. But it's got egg like fried rice and it was fried like fried rice. I did put a lot of spinach, but I want to eat some greens. It's not rained today in my area, but it did rain yesterday or day before yesterday. I didn't even taste this for salt. Do I drink lassi? No, I'm not a big fan of lassi. Well, I think mutton is delicious, but I can understand why a lot of people don't like it, because it's quite gamey and meaty. This is lovely. So because I didn't have too much of the butter chicken gravy, it's not an intense butter chicken flavor, but it's there. But definitely, yeah, if you have more butter chicken gravy, then mutton biryani, delicious. Yeah, this I can't chew 32 times. My jaw is hurting. Yeah, so the basic concept of this really is, it's not that you have to make the butter chicken. It's like you got any curry gravy in your fridge, you can just mix it with rice in a frying pan, fried rice style, to make something a little more interesting. Throw in some veggies in and you got like a chicken rice dish, which is what I eat almost every day. Like for me, a good lunch is chicken, rice, and vegetables in any form. Cheers. Buttermilk is chas, if I'm not mistaken. I can ask Dipti, she's very clued in. Dipti? She can't hear me, she got her headphones on. Buttermilk is chas, no?
Spiced buttermilk is chas.
Spiced buttermilk is chas. And what is lassi?
Sweet buttermilk.
Sweet buttermilk is lassi. Spiced buttermilk is chas. And what is just buttermilk?
Chas.
Chas. So I was not wrong. Thank you. Cool.
I have noise cancellation on, so you don't hear it.
That's why I did. I don't eat much potato, but that's because I love fried potato. All butter is made from is made from milk. And when you make butter, what's left over after the butter is removed from the milk is buttermilk. Or I think cream. Butter is normally made out of I will just ignore some things. This is quite filling. Oh, so today I'm going to watch a band from Australia. I don't know how many of you have heard of them. They're called Carnival. I actually had them on the show like 10 years ago. You know, Carnival from Australia, lovely band. Going to see them tonight. Also plan to edit some videos today. So we'll have some more recipe videos for you next week. I miss spinach. I haven't eaten spinach in a long time. They are performing at the ballroom of the Lalit Hotel. Odd choice of venue, but yeah, I guess we'll go and see how it is. For me, as long as there's no smoking, I'm okay. The last concert I went for, there was a lot of smoking. I just can't handle smoke. Cigarette smoke, it's the worst. Yes, I am in a heavy metal band. So I've been a death metal musician for 27 years. My band is called Demonic Resurrection. I am called Demon Stealer. That's my solo project. And yeah, lots of heavy metal bands in India. Lots of bands have come to India. Metallica, Iron Maiden, Megadeth, Sepultura, Machine Head, Gojira, Periphery. I mean, Testament, you name it. Everyone's come here at some point. Almost. So my band plays like what we describe as symphonic death metal. So there are a lot of keyboards. There's a lot of variation in the vocals between harsh growling vocals and also regular singing vocals. And if you're looking for classic heavy metal, I would say check out this band called Girish and the Chronicles and another band called Cryptos. But the most famous band from India would be Bloody Wood, who are a more modern metal band. So yeah. I know Wolf Mother, yes. A little messy. That was a good. Can I eat a little more? I'm not particularly hungry, but it is delicious. Am I related to Santa Claus? I don't know. Actually, the Tooth Fairy is my third cousin, man. Third cousin. I had never considered that India would like this genre. So, Western music has been in India for decades. My mother grew up listening to The Doors, Beatles, Pink Floyd, um, even Iron Butterfly, Inagata Davida. Um, she had a whole collection of vinyls, Boney M, of course. So, obviously, you must remember that we were colonized by the British, so there's some connection there in some way, though we got our independence in 1947. But part of the culture still stayed. So, there are jazz clubs and a whole bunch of Western music, but obviously, that was consumed sort of more by the people who were well off financially because they had access to that culture. And we had rock bands since way back in the day. We had a band called Rock Machine, which was on MTV as well. There was a metal band called Millennium in the 80s, also aired on MTV Headbangers Ball. So, yeah, it's been an interesting journey of music in India as well. Fruit for today is still watermelon. One watermelon lasts a very long time. Yeah, Metallica's Black Album, but I think I was a bigger fan of the older Metallica stuff. I'm going to eat a little more, no big deal. Thank you, Gina. I just roll with it. Cheers. Okay, I have a question for you. When I was a kid, I obviously didn't like vegetables, and I particularly disliked spinach. But now I love spinach. So, what is one food that you disliked as a child but love as an adult? Let me know. Gina, that's awesome. I mean, that must have been insane to watch ACDC back in 89 or 90. Would have been amazing. Very interesting. In India, we had no avocados in my childhood at least, because avocados is a very new thing in India. Oh, wow. Roshan, it doesn't have to be vegetables. It could be meat, it could be a particular dish, it could be a packaged food also. Doesn't matter. Do I have pasta? I don't have any pasta right now. Thank you, FabFest. Say hello to your cousin as well. Like, one thing I loved as a kid was dairy milk chocolate from India. We would always eat them, 5 rupees and 10 rupees. You would get these small size ones. But now, can't touch the stuff. Also, Coke, Pepsi, all these drinks, I loved them as a child. I could never get enough. But as an adult, I hate them. Who won the election from your district? I think someone from Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena. Which is not great, but what can you do? Yes, I'm eating rice right now and I am in India. Indians love rice. I hate Diet Coke. I don't like Diet Coke, regular Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper. Aerated drinks have just never appealed to me after, like, so here's the thing. I started dieting, so to speak, and trying to lose weight back in 2009 or 2010. And I was calorie counting, which I do even to this day. And when I saw how many calories were there in a Coke, And those days, Diet Coke was not really available in India. So I literally just went off all soft drinks. In India, we call them soft drinks. So in India, non alcoholic beverages are called soft drinks. And soft drinks only refers to cold beverages that are sold in, like bottles and that are like aerated. Those are called cold drinks. So cold drinks always includes Pepsi, Thumbs Up, Gold Spot, Sprite, Limca, Mountain Dew, all that. Hard drinks equals to anything with alcohol.
No, spirits.
No, even beer is a hard drink, no? Okay, so Dipti is going to correct me now. So yeah.
Spirits only.
Okay, spirits only are hard drinks. Beer is its own category. So Gina in India, they are not using high fructose corn syrup um as they are in America with things. So we don't have the same um, sort of Coke and Pepsi as you guys do. But having said that, so I'm not afraid of high fructose corn syrup as well. If you're going to have it in moderation, it really doesn't matter. But the main thing was that I'd stopped drinking aerated beverages for 2 or 3 years almost. And then every time I took a sip from somebody else's, I would just hate the taste, because once you wean yourself off that, you just can't get back to it, or at least I can't. And I just have never felt the urge or the temptation. I enjoy my coffee, I enjoy my water, and occasionally I will try some sweet beverages here and there, but I generally, once I'm done with them, I'm like, yeah, I'm not missing out on anything. Water's great. I still want to eat some more. It's very tasty.
Turn the AC down now, it's very low.
Oh, yeah. You're sitting in the hot spot. Turn it down. Problem is now I didn't weigh out how much rice I ate and how much rice was in the pan. Eat half a steak. I don't have any steak at home right now that is not in the freezer. But I will, I don't know, maybe do a steak. Soda with lime, I mean, for me, I'd rather eat than drink anything for that matter. Then what's left for Dipti? Dipti's already had her lunch. Her father sent some chicken curry, so she's eaten that with a paratha and she's done with her lunch. Yeah, today's Saturday, no construction, thankfully, so it's not very noisy. Plus, it's the afternoon. Actually, so because we all live in apartment complexes, most apartments have a rule where you can't operate heavy machinery between 2 and 4 in the afternoon. So that's generally like 1 to 4 is the quiet time. So workers go for lunch. They probably eat their lunch from 1 to 1:30 or 1:30 to 2, and then they take like a 2 hour nap, and at 4 o'clock they wake up and start working again. So fair bit left, but are you making meat pies? Not yet. I have a huge list of recipes to go through. So the thing, yes, someday for sure. So the thing is, I am currently putting out 3 videos a day on Headbanger Eats, my food blogging channel. And I'm putting out at least 3 short format videos on this channel, or at least 2 a week. And I'm live streaming almost every day. So I don't have much time. Are you vegan? No, here is butter chicken fried rice that I'm eating. Chicken is an animal, a bird, sorry. So that makes me not vegan. Yes, Pani Puri will it meet? Happening sooner than you think. Are these lives helping you gain subs? I think so. So the thing is, because a lot of my older subs are unsubscribing, I think there's not much positive happening. So it's still showing me negative subscribers all the time because more are unsubscribing than those are subscribing. But more important than anything, I want these live streams for me and you to connect, first of all. And I would love for you to watch the long form videos on the channel, the recipe videos. I have 684,000 subscribers currently. But from that, only 5,000 watch videos on average. So about 600,000 subscribers at least are quite useless. They don't do anything to the channel as such. It's just a vanity metric. Thank you, the blob. You should definitely come to India. Yes, I do like Thai green curry, but more when I make it because I can control the spice. Hey Sandy Pan, yes, that was my band called Workshop. If you look for Workshop India, you can find our music on YouTube. And the album was called Khuni Murga. But yes, that was my comedy rock band Workshop. Oh, my dad is good. Do I like Arabic food? Whatever I've eaten, yes. What's that?
I was not done with lunch.
Huh?
I was not done with lunch.
Oh, why didn't you eat some of this then? Oh, we're back on the trail. Cool. Hello, Luki. You want to finish some of this?
Oh no, brown bread.
Dipti's crushing disappointment in life continues while looking for a food called Udupi pizza. Is your wife Indian too? Yes. Okay, do you have a biryani tikka masala samosa recipe? I see you have a lot and I haven't tried. Yes. Biryani, yes. Tikka masala, yes. Samosa, no. But there's another dosa aloo recipe which you must try. And then you can just buy the samosa casing and make it in that. Hello, Kiloha Spencer from Hawaii. Lovely to meet you. I don't want, I'm full.
Try me. The best of the lot.
Okay. So, for those who are not from India
From Bombay actually.
or from Bombay, have you ever seen a pizza that looks like this? Anne says your wife is very pretty. Tell her I said hi.
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 Thank you.
Now, this is not pizza cheese. This is called processed cheese.
It's like Kraft basically.
Yeah. You know in America how like Kraft cheese and Velveeta cheese are not really cheese? This is the Indian version. And this is called a desi pizza. So in India you have all these like quick like restaurants, like what would equivalent to an American diner, I would say. Like you get in, you eat your meal and you get out kind of thing. It's not like a hangout spot. So people often eat at these places and they generally serve a wide variety of South Indian food, breakfast foods, staple North Indian food as well for lunch. And then they randomly do things like this pizza, which is very sort of, it's an evolution of pizza to suit the Indian palate. And these started popping up somewhere around the 70s and the 80s. Because obviously at that point there was no real cheese manufacturing in India. Like There was processed cheese manufacturing, but there was no mozzarella, no ricotta, no parmesan, no fancy cheeses, no cheddars, just this one kind of cheese. And street food vendors started getting these ready made pizza bases from like the local bakeries, and they would slather it with like a spiced tomato sauce and tons of like onion, green bell peppers, and chopped tomatoes and cheese, because obviously they're appealing to the vegetarians mostly as well. And this is the famous Bombay pizza. So it actually is nothing like a real pizza, but it's like a interesting kind of pizza. And what really makes it unique is the spiced up sauce, the the cheese. Like you, if you made this with mozzarella cheese, it would suck. It needs this hard processed cheese. Look at it. Every grated piece of cheese has still got its structure and integrity like 100%. Like normally cheese will melt, right? No, this has been ordered from a restaurant because my wife is trying to find the best one. Yes, this is the Udupi. So even the street pizza is called an Udupi unless they are trying to make it a modern version. But this is very unique to Bombay. It's not really curry either. It's actually like a evolved version of an Italian pizza, but evolved into Indianness and specifically to Bombay. And Dipti has some to add. You have anything to add to that? How is it?
I really enjoyed it.
She's really enjoying it. I
Not
miss.
bad.
No, I'm not yet. I miss India. I haven't been there in a while. What food do you recommend? And I can't handle spice that much. That's fine. You get everything in India now. You want sushi, you'll get it. You want a hamburger, you'll get it. Want pizza like proper Naples style with the artisanal crust, you'll get it. Hey Jin, thank you so much for being here on the live streams, and I'm really glad that you're cooking now. Best restaurant in Mumbai. There are too many to mention, depends on what kind of cuisine you want. Anyway, I guess I'm going to try this. For me, the balance is off. There's too many vegetables in this. Like, if the veggies, like, look at the shape. You can see, right? It's a big mound of veggies, and then the veggies end here. I think this would be good. And see, also, they use the brown, like the brown bread base. It's like a biscuit. Something like a bit more Indian. Oh, FabFest, don't worry. There are many Indian restaurants that are doing like modern Indian cuisine. Plus, there are lots of dishes you can eat: reshmi kebab, malai kebab, biryanis, Afghani biryani, so many different things. Don't worry about it. Not everything is spicy over here. Yeah, so this, if it had less veggies, like if the veggies were 25% less, the balance of bread, sauce, and cheese and veggies would be perfect. I mean, honestly, I would never order this myself and eat it, but there is a little guilty pleasure in eating this right now. So, like that cheese that sticks to the roof of your mouth a little bit, and you get this real insane tang from the sauce. And it's not a tomato sauce, but it is tomato sauce. That's awesome, Nico. Hey, Pinky, good to see you. Are you Indian? Yes. My favorite comfort food is Hainani's chicken rice. Or actually, chicken rice in any form. Now, this bite was better. Can you show us some Hindi? I can speak a few words in Hindi if you like, but you must know one thing first. Not every Indian speaks Hindi. India has no national language. Every state in India, there are 28 states, has a different language. We have like main languages which are English, but like actually there is no national language, and every Indian does not speak Hindi. Like if you go to southern part of India, they don't speak Hindi. The northeastern part also, they don't speak Hindi. So Hindi is only select parts of the country. मगर आप चाहते हो, एक मिनट, परंतु हम हिंदी में नहीं बोलना चाहते हैं. As you can see, my Hindi is absolutely terrible. Can I show you some words? I mean, so even my Hindi is not good. Like I speak like a half a mix of Hindi, Marathi, or Bombay. Like the way they speak Hindi in Bombay is different from the way they speak Hindi in, say, Delhi. But let me say, okay, so rice. I just made rice. So rice is chawal. If you want to say food in Hindi, khana. Khana means food. Let's say you want to walk, like walk, chalna. And I think I'm correct, I'm not sure. It is currently 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and I am eating a Indian pizza. It's called an Udupi pizza. It's very local to Bombay, but it is the way pizza evolved into, like basically in India, this is what pizza evolved into. Why don't you live in India? I live in India. I am in Mumbai city. Hey, slow, slow, slow. Yes, you can eat feta cheese. Look, every food is okay in moderation. Yes, feta has some good nutrition in it. It's got, dairy. So if you want to eat some feta cheese, eat it. But eat it in moderation. Don't eat things because you think they are magically healthy. That's not how it works. Instead of focusing on one ingredient, focus on having an overall well balanced and nutritious diet. So, yes, feta cheese, have it with some watermelon, some arugula, make a feta salad out of it. Yum. Eating an egg and omelette, put some feta cheese in that. Yum. Your accent is quite different. I mean, every Indian has a different English accent depending on where they grew up, how often they spoke in English, which state they are from. So, like people in southern India, their English is pronunciations are quite different from, say, somebody from the northeast, very different from someone from Delhi, very different from someone from Gujarat. So, even the way English is spoken in India, there is no one Indian accent. Most people in the West are only used to hearing Apu in The Simpsons, and that's their reference for what an Indian speaking English sounds like. Oh, thank you, come again. But that's not how an Indian sounds. You can hear me, I'm Indian, I don't sound like, oh, thank you, come again. Like, I don't have that inflection. Is it cheese that gets stuck to the roof of your mouth? Can we do keto in cheap budget? Yes, but first of all, you have to tell me what is cheap budget for you. You might be cheap for me means 10,000 rupees a month. For somebody else, cheap is 20,000 a month. For somebody else, cheap is 3,000 rupees a month. What I would say is, why do you want to do keto? Most important question for anyone who's doing keto, ask yourself this: why am I doing keto? What do I hope to achieve with keto? And what am I going to do if my goal of doing keto has an expiration date? So you may say, hey, I'm doing keto to lose 10 kilos. Excellent. Fine. No problem. You want to do that. You feel that is the way you can do it. What happens when you lose 10 kilos? Where does your life go from there? Where does your diet go from there? Because you need a long term plan. Because everyone I know and their uncle has lost weight on keto. I'm not even joking. Everyone and their uncle has lost weight on keto. But the question is, what happens after that? And how long after that? I did keto for 4.5 years, maybe on and off. I lost all the weight I wanted. My goal was to reach 65 kilos. I reached 64 kilos. I have not been that weight since I don't know when, since I was a kid. But after that, what happened? I gained all the weight back. So the thing is, you need a plan. If I'm doing keto for a quick fix, if I'm doing keto to lose weight, what is the end point of that? What happens after I reach that goal? Because that makes all the difference. I don't know. I think this was. I feel like I might as well finish it now.
Not sure full.
Yeah, but that pizza has awakened something now. Pizza was a bad idea. And I hit the whole slice. Anyway, I won't eat dinner. Concert, no, so I don't eat dinner at concerts. Okay, that's actually pretty reasonable and cheap. No problem, Shweta, my pleasure. Do you think that India will be number one country? And please cut that keto stuff, man. Why are these people asking that thing again and again? Number one country in what sense, dreamer? Like, what do you mean number one country? Is that fried rice? Yes, this is the butter chicken fried rice. And yes, I gave it all a good mix. And I am 41 years old. I will turn 42 in about, what's the date today? It's the 8th. In 11 days, I will turn 42. I guess I'm also hungry because I'm talking a lot, I'm expending a lot of energy on this live stream. Economically, no. India is too focused on religion and playing religious politics for us to get anywhere. For India to become number one economically, we have to first stop being corrupt people. We are the most corrupt people that I have ever met. Anything that you want work done in India, you have to bribe someone, you have to jump through hoops. Problem. People worship certain politicians and treat them like gods when politicians are actually our employees. The Prime Minister of this country is my employee. He is your employee. He is elected to work for us, to make our lives better, to give us a better country. We pay taxes for that. But instead, they are worshipped. That's why half the people run away from this country the first chance they get. And third, we have to let go of religion. Religion has to just be a personal thing, keep it in your house and let it be. Instead, we are all about my religion is better than this one, and this religion is doing this and then too much. And the day Indians focus on other things, we will go far. One thing you should learn from the Japanese is doing a good job no matter what. In India, it's not about doing the best job you can, it's about doing the job fastest, cheapest, and getting it done and not doing it properly. Just make it look like it's done. That's why we have things collapsing, people dying, and nobody cares because there are too many people and there's no value for life here. So, eventually, maybe someday in the future, yeah. Thank you so much, GRDSHK Records. All right, for fat loss, can you tell 3 meals from breakfast to dinner? Hi, Shweta. So, Shweta, let me first clear up some misconceptions for you. Obviously, you want to lose weight. Yeah, you want to lose fat. Now, the thing is, you have to first understand it is not what you eat, it is how much you eat. So, whatever you're eating now can help you lose fat, provided you're eating in a calorie deficit. If you go to my channel, there is a series called My Unimpressive Weight Loss Transformation. Watch that. I explain everything, I show you how to do it. Do you think population control is the option? No. You know what is the option? Education. See, in India, for example, like I said, religion is a problem. So, our current government went on a huge propaganda trip telling all the Hindus that they are in danger. So, I had a friend who's his laundry guy has 5 kids. That guy is living in poverty. But why did he have 5 children? Because he's been made to believe that his religion is under attack and he needs to have more children for saving the religion. Because their whole modus operandi is telling people that the Muslims are procreating too much when they are only less than 20% of the population. Hindus are 80%. Even if every Muslim had 5 children, it would take them centuries to reach the same population as the Hindus. But the average uneducated and educated also person is made to believe in this fear mongering, and they do this. Also, people living in poverty often have more children, thinking that the children will take care of them when they get older, or that 5 children earning money eventually will give them some financial stability. So, education is the key. Educate people, talk to them about family planning. You have to really care for the citizens of this country, and as a politician, your job is to serve the people. Unfortunately, politicians in this country think that they are kings and we are all their subjects and servants. That is the problem in India. We're not a monarchy, we're not a kingdom, but people think and act like they are. All right, Shweta. So it's not necessary that your stomach size increases, but yes, you are used to eating a lot of food. Now you want to lose weight, you're going to eat less food. You are going to feel hungry. That is something you must accept. What you can do to curb the hunger: drink water, have black coffee, be active, go out of your house so that you're not around food. Do activities, do things, get a hobby, anything. Go to your office. You have to do all these things to distract yourself, but you will feel hungry for some time, and after some time, you will stop feeling hungry. Do I ever think of migrating? I mean, the random thought has popped in my head, but I do like my life here, so I can't. I haven't really thought of it. How to control our cravings? Remove all the food ordering apps from your phone. Stop stocking chips and other things in your fridge and in your house. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables. Focus on protein. You will be satiated. Drink water. use intermittent fasting. There are many ways you can do it. Obviously, everyone has individual needs, so it's very hard to give a generic answer that will work for everyone. But figure out what you need in life. So, what are these cravings you get? What are you actually ordering? Like, I need to know everything, right, before I can give you an answer. Like, if, like Gina says, her weakness is chips and ice cream. Now, what Gina would be able to do is don't keep ice cream in the house, don't buy chips in the house. If you're traveling somewhere and you eat an ice cream, it's okay, it's not a bad thing. I'm sorry, Mama Sita, that is actually incorrect. A 3-day fast does not remove cravings and it does not shrink your stomach. There is zero scientific evidence to back that up. Anecdotally, yes, it may work for you, that you sort of gave yourself a break and it felt like your appetite is shrunk, but it's not actually true. So you can try fasting, but not everyone is going to have the same sort of result at the end of it. There are people who might fast for 3 days and then they will binge eat because they felt deprived of whatever they wanted. Like when I was on keto, I would feel deprived of bread. And then when I would go off keto, I would eat all the bread I could fit into my stomach. You know? So, works both ways. So, there's nothing wrong with chocolate. You can have one piece of chocolate after your meal, it's about 50 calories. No problem. You know? My family has done it for years. Eat one piece of chocolate after the meal. Done. You get to eat your chocolate. It's 50 calories and it's cool. Absolutely, Mama Sita. You've been fasting most of your life. So obviously, only when you fast for most of your life will your appetite actually decrease. As opposed to somebody who just fasts for 3 days and then thinks, okay, I'm done with it. So, yes, there are people who will do intermittent fasting and then they just can't eat breakfast. That happened to me also. I did intermittent fasting for so long, I would feel sick when I ate food in the morning. But now I eat breakfast every day because I need something before I have my coffee or after I have my coffee just to avoid the acidity. So, you know, basically the only way to lose weight is in a calorie deficit. You can achieve this calorie deficit through diets like keto and any other diet, and you may not need to count your calories because of the kind of food you're eating. But you are still in a calorie deficit if you have lost weight. End of story. Have you ever met celebrity? That depends on which celebrity you're talking about, because I've met many famous death metal musicians. I've met a few Bollywood actors also. I can't even remember who. So yeah, almost done with the butter chicken now. And I've been on this live stream for 73 minutes. Wow. Favorite Indian dish? Um, at this point, I'm going to have to go with chole bhature. Do you know Bollywood actors who listen to metal? None of them do. Only Shruti Hassan does. And I don't think she's a Bollywood actress. But I mean, she is famous. My dad's an actor, but he's not a famous actor. And he doesn't listen to metal. Though he did listen to my album. And he did come from my first concert, so. Oops. Alright, guys. I'm done with lunch. I'm done with making this butter chicken fried rice. It was delicious. And thank you so much, Pinky. I'm really glad you watched the videos and I hope you enjoyed them. And to everyone watching after this, please go and watch some Headbangers Kitchen videos on whenever you have the time. Check out the recipes, especially the latest ones. And I'm going to take any final questions now before I sign off because I'm done with lunch and I need to go clean up the kitchen now. And maybe I'll go for a walk in the evening and then later I will go and watch Carnival today. Hey, my pleasure. Thank you so much for the kind words. And once again, guys, I really appreciate you all. I appreciate you spending your time with me. I appreciate you chatting with me. And I hope you enjoy all these videos. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on which part of the world you're watching from. And I will answer the final two questions if anyone has a question. Do I drink any kind of alcohol? Yeah, I love cocktails, especially well curated and crafted cocktails. But I just went off alcohol for a couple of months and I started on Monday, so not much alcohol in the coming months. But because I was like in the food industry and very busy with like all these events and restaurant openings, I would drink a lot of alcohol over the last year and a half or so, like more in that 1.5 years than I have in the 10 years before that, because I don't actually like the taste of alcohol. But anyway, I felt like my body needed a break, so I'm off alcohol. But Dipti loves her beer and her wine and her cocktails and all. What's the best movie I've seen? Lord of the Rings is my favorite movie. Um, did I watch the Barbie movie? No, I didn't, but Dipti did. The good thing is I don't like beer, so there's nothing tempting about this beer right here. Do you do dry fast? No, I would not recommend anybody does any kind of dry fasting ever. I know people do it for religious reasons, but I think it's. I mean, even the religious ones are like there's a limit to it. But yeah, I would not recommend dry fasting to anyone. Did she like it? Did you like the Barbie movie?
Yeah,
Yeah, she enjoyed it.
but I like Oppenheimer better.
But she liked Oppenheimer better. She saw them on the same day, back to back. Anyway, I think I've answered more than two questions, so I'm going to go now. But take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow. But because tomorrow is a Sunday, so I may be out in the morning for breakfast. But I'll catch you either tomorrow or on Monday. Until then, cheers and keep cooking.